Well, this morning I have a little project that I want to do. I got this plant stand with grow lights from Amazon, and it was on sale, and I've been wanting to get one for a while. I think I paid, it was under $40. So, and I liked that it had the grow lights with it. So this is going to go in my dining room, and I'm going to put some of my plants vertically, and the grow lights will be helpful because of the shelves. So it doesn't look too complicated to put together. So I'm going to work on this throughout the day and this morning. These are all the pieces, parts. I'm not affiliated with these people. If I remember, I'll put the link to it in the section below. But I'm going to be working on that this morning. And that way I can get some of my plants repotted, get some of my pots out of the garage, and also have a plant stand. So, but first, I need some coffee. Well, good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, I'm going to work on that plant stand today a little bit. I don't care if it takes me all day. It's not heavy, and it's not difficult to put together. It's just sort of a slide in the groove thing, for lack of a better description of it. So, but first I need some coffee this morning. And then I think it's cold this morning. Well, not cold, but chilly. And I think I'll work on the plant stand this morning. And then when it warms up a little bit this afternoon, because it's only 58 degrees, then I'll maybe do a little bit in the garden. I have a bunch of tomatoes and things that I need to harvest. So, and I need to assess what's going on out there too. So yeah, the butterfly, I think it must have just come out of the cocoon. It wasn't very large, but it was a beautiful monarch butterfly. And I took about a half an hour, I'd say, to get all the spider silk off of her legs. And I had to be very, very careful not to break her little legs. And she was struggling so hard. And then a couple of her wings were still folded. So I was worried that it was from the spider web, but I don't think it was. So I think after she rested a little bit, her wings probably unfurled, and she flew away. So she's probably on her way to Mexico. So I was very happy that I didn't find her dead in the planter box. So cheers. It's funny how we think some insects are just total nuisances and others are very beautiful, and we try to help them along in their journey. So it's almost time for the butterflies to go to Mexico too. I can't imagine those little tiny things flying all that way. I had one that I know of this year that would come. I think it was a little female because she wasn't very colorful, but she used to come to the feeder. I didn't see her yesterday. I saw her a couple days ago. So hopefully she's on the way. And they say to leave the feeders up until October, like first frost, for any stragglers that happen to come along. So that's what I'm doing. But anyway, so I'm going to go enjoy my coffee before I start my project of putting together my plant stand. And like I said, I'm not affiliated with the plant stand people, but I figured I could go up vertically and get some of my plants off my dining room table. So, all right, well, I'll be back and we'll see how far I get. Well, I'm putting together this shelf, this flower shelf. So far it's been pretty easy. It comes with these, it's like elbows. And then you just pound the stakes in. Comes with a hammer. So it shouldn't take too long to put this together. Hopefully. My biggest concern is keeping it straight. So this is what I'm doing today, at least for now. And you have to make sure you hammer it all the way in. So I'm going to go ahead and these are marked with what needs to go up and what needs to go down. And then I think I need another shelf. Yes, so then another shelf will go up here with these. And this is a tall one because the space I have isn't real wide, but it's tall. So I figured I could save some room with my plants in there. Right now I have like a mishmash of different things, and I just want to make it a little bit more compact and upwards. So I'm going to go ahead and put this thing together, and fingers crossed that it isn't too wanky once I get it done. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I'm making progress. So I found the easiest way to do this is to put the shelf together first and then put the shelf on top of these things. So it's kind of a staggered thing once it gets going. So I'm going to go ahead and add these to the shelves. But you also have to add a couple of these to the shelves. So it's not hard. You have to keep looking at the picture, but really anybody can put this together. And it seems pretty sturdy. And so far it's not wanky either. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of these together and see how it turns out. All right, let's see this. This little hammer is very helpful. So, you know, if you need a plant stand, so far I would recommend this. Like I said, I'm not affiliated with these people, but I do like to share things that I bought and that I like. You just have to make sure that everything is as far in as it can go. So I'm going to go ahead and finish putting this together, and we'll see what it looks like. What the heck, right? Now when you're doing this, you can stop at this level if you want, and then make this part into a second plant stand, because I still have one shelf left to go. That will go way up here. But if you don't want one that tall, you could easily make this into 2 plant stands. So I could stop here if I wanted to, and it's not real heavy. I can carry it. So I'm always on the hunt for lightweight things now. I don't want anything heavy anymore. I don't buy heavy furniture. I buy things that I can easily move. So I'm almost done, and I've been working on this for about 45 minutes. And so far, I like it. And then I'll show you where I'm going to put it. Oh, I did one wrong. I hope I can get this apart. Okay, it wasn't too hard to get back apart. It's supposed to look like this, and I had this part upside down. So now I got to put it back together, but it was real easy to get apart. I just took the hammer and hammered it the opposite way of how I put it. So this should be the right way now. So I'm going to get back to hammering, and this is the last shelf. And done! Yay! All right, so here, right here is where I want to put the plant stand. So I need to get this stuff out of here, and then I'm going to put some of this on the plant stand along with some of my plants, and that way it'll just go up taller and not quite come out so far. So all right, see how it works out. Okay, well, one thing is leading to another here, and this plant is just way too big. Now, I trimmed this before, and I made a couple of new plants with it, but it's way too thick up here. So I'm going to use my trimmer here, and I'm going to cut some of the top of it off. And then it'll fill out more here because it's just taken over my whole dining room. So I'm going to cut quite a bit of this off. And yeah, I know it's painful, but it has to be done. Well, maybe I'll cut it. Let's see. And it's making a mess. So maybe I'll cut it here. I'm going to cut the whole top off. Hopefully. There we go. And the next one. And I hope I don't cut the Christmas lights. Trying to be careful. This will be the same size again in a year. Oh my. Okay, now this one. This is a Schiffelera, and it started out as a very small tree in what, or plant in one of those planters that you know you get when somebody gives you a plant. So, but it's just really heavy and it's knocking over everything. So that'll be better. All right, well, that's another project, but I have so many plants in here, I have to try and make this this area where I'm putting the plant stand look a little neater. So that's what I'm doing today. So I'll be back. This thing is really handy. I bought it for my outside, what do you call it? Bought it for the outside plant. But I haven't done that yet. Wisteria, that's what it is. So that's what I bought it for, but it works great for this too because I have very tall ceilings here. So, okay, I'll be back. Okay, well, I'm still working on putting things together. I cut off some of the tops and I stuck them in the dirt, so hopefully they'll root. I'll have to keep the soil more moist than I usually do. So I got that going, and then this doesn't look nearly as nice as it did, but this will all grow back. It was just starting to fall over and it was way too heavy. So it needed to be done as much as I really didn't want to. So yeah, I'm going to get back here and I have the plant stand here and it fits really nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and rearrange my plants here now, and then I'll be done. I hadn't planned on having such a big project going on here, but that's the way it usually turns out. So okay, I'll be back once I get this done, and then I am done for the day. All right, well, I did not get the grow lights put in here yet. I still need to do that. But I do have a grow light here that I'm going to utilize in the winter because sometimes my skylights get covered with snow. So this is all I'm going to do today because my back's starting to hurt. So I got a mess here, but I'll clean that up tomorrow. And I think that looks better. And I got all the plants off the table. And now they're living on here. So, and this one looks all right too, and it'll grow back. They grow really fast. And hopefully some of the old stuff that I cut off will take hold. I'm going to have to keep it watered. So, that'll be my indoor garden for this year. All right, that was a lot of work putting that together, and I'm glad I got that done. I've been wanting to get a plant stand in there for a long time. I kind of have just been using what I had, but sometimes you got to spend a little bit of money to make it look right. So I'm happy with that now. So I'm glad I got that done, but that's it for me today. Time for me to go relax. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.